Hi, everybody. Hello, hello. Just double checking some things. We'll be starting in about 28 seconds. I just want to make sure that everything is working well. It looks like it is. I hope you're having a good day wherever you are. Once again, we'll be starting in about 16 seconds. I'll just do a little audio check here. Looks like everything's working. We got about 7 seconds to go, and then we will get started with this lesson. Well, hello and welcome to this English lesson where I'm going to talk about happy things. Last week's lesson was on pain and injuries, kind of a sad lesson. Next week's lesson will probably be about sad things. So I thought I better do a lesson about happy things. The other reason I wanted to do a lesson about happy things was because it's the middle of January. And if you are someone like me that lives in the northern hemisphere, the days are very short. There's not a lot of sunlight, and it's not the most exciting time of year. Even right now, it's 7:30 a.m. here, but it's dark outside. If you lived in Canada, you probably would not enjoy how short the days are. So I thought this would be a perfect time to do a lesson about happy things. So again, this will be more than just a vocabulary lesson. As I present each happy thing that I'm going to talk about, I'll also make sure I use a lot of standard English phrases that we would use to talk about that thing. So I do want to just say a few things before we get started. First of all, welcome to everyone who is here. It was fun to chat with you before the lesson started. It's nice to be able to just say hi or hello to everyone. Do remember that if you have a question during the lesson, please use the form that Todd or Dave will share in the chat. Please don't ask questions in the chat. It goes too fast for me to see them. But please use that form and I will get to them in a timely fashion as the lesson goes on. Let's see here. Let's get started. So I'm going to talk about a wide variety of things that usually make some people happy, but sometimes make people sad. The first thing I want to talk about is birthdays. So birthdays, a birthday is the day where you celebrate the day you were born. Birthdays are kind of funny though, because when you're really young and up to a certain age, a birthday is a very happy thing. People really enjoy birthdays when they're children. They get to have a birthday party. They get to invite friends over. They get to have open presents. Their friends will give them presents. Their family will make them a birthday cake and they'll put candles on the cake for them. And on your birthday as a kid, you blow out the candles. But as you get older, for some people, a birthday can actually be, I don't want to say a sad thing, but not as enjoyable. When you're my age, sometimes you're wondering if a birthday is an exciting thing because you're getting older every year. So the first happy thing I wanted to talk about are birthdays. Happy for some people, but maybe sad for other people. So on your birthday and on other celebrations like at Christmas in our culture, you will get presents. If you look at every single country in the world, and if you look at different cultures in the world, there are different times of year when you give presents and when you receive presents, and for different reasons. But the one thing we all have in common is that it is a happy time when you get a present from someone. It is very enjoyable to get a present. Presents are just awesome. You say thank you. You open the present. Usually the present is wrapped in wrapping paper, and it usually has a bow on top. A present might also come in a nice envelope. I know for some of you, a red envelope with a gift inside is a very cool thing to get. But certainly something that will make you very happy is to get a gift or to get a present. So we use the two words interchangeably. When my kids have a birthday, I give them a gift. I could also say I give them a present. You can use both words to mean the same thing. But certainly when you get a present from someone, it is a happy time. I usually enjoy getting presents. Even though I might sound like I'm a little grouchy about my birthday, I'm still happy to get presents on my birthday for sure. Let me talk a little bit, though, about the verb to get. So here's an interesting couple of sentences. When my kids have a birthday, I get them a present. On my birthday, I get presents from people. So you can see how you can use the verb to kind of indicate two different directions. You also might get cards. So you might get a birthday card. But again, around the world, there are various reasons why people give cards to other people. It's sometimes really nice to just receive a card from someone, maybe on your birthday, maybe on your wedding day, maybe to celebrate the fact that you graduated from university. Cards are always really nice. And usually inside of a card, there's usually a message inside of a card, but we usually still write something. We'll write like, I hope that your wedding day goes well, and I wish you all the best with your marriage. Bob the Canadian. So getting a card from someone. And we do call these greeting cards as well. Okay, so we would call that a greeting card. Let's see here. Getting a letter or an email from someone can make you happy. Usually when I get an email, it's from work. So that doesn't always make me happy. But sometimes I get an email from a friend from far away, or I get an email from someone in my family. Getting a letter or getting an email is a very happy thing. It's especially happy to get a letter in the mail. Some of you send me postcards and letters. My address, by the way, is in the description below. And it's fun to get a postcard or a letter from another country. I really like seeing the stamps. I actually mentioned to Jen I should start a stamp collection because I have a lot of beautiful stamps from all of you from around the world. But certainly getting a letter is something that will make you happy most of the time. Usually letters are fun things. A phone call. So just getting a phone call from someone, even though we do a lot of texting now and we do a lot of emailing, it's still very enjoyable sometimes to just get a phone call from someone. I enjoy calling my mom. My mom lives in a town close to me, but I'm not allowed to visit her right now. So it is nice. Sometimes she will phone me and sometimes I will phone her. Notice I can also say sometimes she will call me. Sometimes I will call her. So we use the verb to call and to phone interchangeably. But a phone call from a friend or a family member can be a very happy thing. It can be something that makes you smile, something that makes you just enjoy your day more. When you know that someone else cares for you, it can be a really nice part of your day. So births, so when someone has a baby, and babies themselves make some people really happy. When babies cry all night and I can't sleep, then I'm not as happy. But for most of the time, people love babies. Babies are wonderful things. We, of course, have 5 children, so I have a lot of experience with babies. Every time we had another child, every time that Jen and I had another kid, it was a beautiful, happy time. I can't even explain what it feels like when one of your children is born. It's a very wonderful time. So births, like the act of giving birth, and then a baby, both things that make you smile and make you very, very happy. You might be happy because you got a new job. So maybe you were looking for a job, maybe you were without work for a long period of time, and you were applying for jobs at a variety of places. And maybe you just got a phone call, another thing that makes you happy, and you have a new job. You were just told that you were hired, and maybe you start on Monday. So certainly a new job or finding out that you've been hired to start a new job can certainly be something that makes you super, super happy. Weddings, of course. So either your own wedding or going to someone else's wedding, or maybe if you're older, maybe your children are starting to get married. When people decide to get married, it can be a very happy thing, not just for the bride and groom. So again, the guy is the groom, the woman is the bride. The bride and groom are obviously going to be very, very happy, but the parents are usually happy as well. And even when I go to a wedding, now, even if it's a wedding for a niece or nephew, it still makes me happy. A wedding day is a happy day. It's a day that makes people happy and makes people smile. Hey, I'm just going to look at a few questions. Let me get set up for that. I did want to mention, Annette said, for me, the happiest thing I can have in my life is having babies. Babies make people happy. And then Brent said, I had a nightmare this week. My wife was pregnant. I'm too old to be a new dad. Yes, so that would be a little bit, when you are older and as a couple, you're done having children, you certainly don't want to all of a sudden find out you're having another one. Let me get to the questions though, everybody. Let me find my question form here and let me get the first question up on the screen. As I do this, I do want to mention that thank you to all of you for being here. It's fun to see everyone who is here. Let's see here. Chico has the first question. So Chico says, hi, are you happy when you get your salary or when you are drunk? Thanks. So first of all, whenever I get paid at work, whenever I look in my bank account, because it's automatic now, a long time ago, I used to actually get a paycheck, but now the money goes directly into my bank account. So Chico, certainly I am very, very happy on payday. Or when you are drunk. So Chico, I don't actually drink alcoholic beverages a lot. And when I do, I don't drink so much that I get drunk. I've just never really been interested in that. So do I like having a nice glass of wine? Yes, that definitely makes me happy. But I'm not sure people who drink a lot are actually happy when they're drunk. That's another discussion we could have sometimes. But certainly when I get my paycheck, I am very happy. Mike says, what's a birthday treat? So for kids on their birthday, they definitely have a birthday cake. They might have lots of candies. The cake itself might have candies on it. So certainly a birthday treat would be any kind of sweets or candies that you would have. Let's see here. Ruslan. Hello, Teacher Bob. How are you today? Sir, I'm good, Ruslan. What was the most joyful thing or event in your childhood that made you happy? You know, I just liked playing outside. It's no mystery to me that I enjoy making English lessons outside because as a child, I loved being outside. That just made me happy. Sometimes I feel like I don't get outside enough right now. But when I was a kid, I was often outside. I had a slingshot, so I would use my slingshot to shoot at cans. I played with my brothers and sisters outside, and I also had 5 cousins who lived right across the road from me. So there were about 8 or 9 of us every Saturday afternoon that played outside, and that was a very enjoyable thing for me. I'm just going to check the audio for a sec here, everybody. There we go. Let me get to the next question. This is from Henry from Taiwan. Sorry. Hi, Teacher Bob. To receive free stuff like joining Teacher Bob's free online class live is the most happy thing in a week. Thank you for the efforts. Well, it's no problem, Henry. I'm glad that these lessons make people happy. I know that many of you join on Friday mornings and Saturday mornings, and it's fun for me too. I really like making the slides. It's fun to find all the pictures and all that. So thank you, Henry, for that. And I just want to thank the 401 people who are watching as well. Thanks for being here. Let's see here. Mel from Japan. Hi, Bob. I write 3 happy things which happened today in a notebook each and every day. I'm going to just fix that a bit. Each and every day. Have you ever done that? I have not done that, Mel, but it is one of the things that they recommend that people do to be happier. Something that can make you happy is if you every day write down 2 or 3 things that made you happy that day or that you just like about life. Okay. You know, just the fact that when I get up, I really like having a cup of coffee. I really enjoy helping my kids do their homework sometimes. Depends on the subject. If they're learning French, I like helping them. And I certainly still like making a video every day and spending time with Jen for sure. Brent in the chat says, sounds like a great neighborhood to grow up in. So yes, Brent, I actually grew up on this farm. So it's a fairly remote area. Generally, if you didn't have family to play with, there was no one to play with. You either played with your siblings or your cousins. That was really it. Let's see here. Rod, the Brazilian English teacher, says, "Good morning, Mr. Bob. The happiest things for me is to see my kids grow day after day and see them become great people. Have a lovely day." There is something very cool about being a parent. There are some things that are really hard about being a parent, but for the most part, overall, it is very enjoyable to see your kids grow up and to see them be successful at things in life, like successful in their schoolwork, successful in maybe finding a job someday. It is really nice to see your kids succeed. So Rod, I agree 100% on that one. Let's see here. Let me get to the next question here. Yo-Yo has the next question. Long time no see, my dear teacher. Hi, Yo-Yo. Did you have happy things at school with your students? Please share with me. Thank you in advance from Taiwan. So a little fix at the end of the question there, Yo-Yo. Yes, probably one of my favorite things to do at school with students is to play games in class that are also educational. Sometimes only the teacher likes the game because the game is too educational. But certainly in my French classes, I really like it when we play different types of games. It's a lot of fun to play different types of games. Let's see here. Next question is not about happy things. So I'm going to skip it, Vanch. Sorry. Let me see here. Another question that's not about it. Here, let's do this one and then we'll get back to the lesson. Hi, Teacher Bob. Good evening. What makes you happy? A good night's sleep, a good cup of coffee, spending time with Jen, my children, and making videos for you guys. I really like making videos. I probably like it too much, I think, sometimes. Before I go back to the lesson, though, I do want to just mention hello to the 426 people watching. This is an English lesson where we're learning about happy things, not just the words, but also how to talk about them. Let's see here. Let me get back to the slides. Visits. So this is something that is really fun to do that hardly anyone in the world is doing right now. In Ontario, Canada, we are in a stay-at-home situation. The government has created a stay-at-home order. So we have been told to stay home until February 10th. So visiting people is a very wonderful and fun and awesome thing to do. We haven't seen Jen's parents for months. When I visit my mom, I stand outside her house and I stand about 3 meters away from her outside when we're talking. So I try to visit her on a day where it's warm. I have not gone into my mom's house to have a cup of tea with her for 10 or 11 months. Okay. I have only visited my mom outdoors and I will continue to do that for a while now. But visits, when you visit someone, it is something that makes you happy. When someone visits you, it's something that makes you happy. So hopefully we are all back to normal soon and life is just wonderful again. Passing a test. So it doesn't matter whether it's a driving test or an English test, or maybe you're still in school and you're writing tests in your classes. But when you take a test and then you pass the test, it's a wonderful feeling. So when you get a test back from your teacher and you have 100%, or you have A+, or maybe you got 97% on it, or maybe you got 19 out of 20. There's a variety of ways to score tests in the world. But maybe passing a test is something where you're just super excited. Some kids, when they do really well on a test, they will bring it home and they will put it on the fridge with a magnet. They'll hang their test up so their parents can see that they did well. Photo albums. Now, photo albums can make you happy. For me, photo albums make me happy. A photo album is a book where you put all photos into it. A lot of people don't have photo albums anymore because all their photos are on their phone or on their computer. But Jen and I still like to make photo albums. We really haven't done it for a couple years, we need to start again. But sitting down and flipping through a photo album and looking at photos from the past can really make you happy. Again, this is another one, though, that can also make you sad. When I flip through photo albums and I see pictures of my dad, it makes me sad because my dad passed away a number of years ago. And so seeing pictures of him makes me happy and sad at the same time. But it's still, I think for the most part, a photo album is a fun thing to look at. Healing. So the reason I put this one in here is because, as many of you know, a few years ago, I had heart surgery, and getting better or healing or going through, maybe you broke a bone, maybe you were on crutches like this person. When you are finally fully healed, that certainly makes you happy and makes you smile. There's nothing quite like going through some sort of medical procedure and then going through your recovery. So if you have something like a surgery, the time after the surgery is called your recovery. And then at the end, you are healed. So when you are fully healed, that is certainly something that makes people very, very happy. Sunlight. So this isn't just something that makes you happy and makes you smile. It's actually also good for you. They've proven that getting a certain amount of sunlight every day, being outside and having the sun shine on your face is really, really good for you. One of the things that sunlight does is it creates vitamin D in your body. I'm not sure exactly how that works. Again, I teach English. I'm not a scientist, but sunlight, and we also call it sunshine, is just a good thing. We are telling our kids right now, because we're in the house, almost every day we say, have you been outside? You need to go outside for a little bit every day. You need some sunlight. You need some sunshine. You need to get some sun. That's another way to say it. So a bunch of phrases there that we use when we're talking about sunlight. When I go for a walk outside right now in January, if there's a sunny day, which is rare, I like feeling the sun on my face, and I go for about a 30 or 40-minute walk, and it's just very, very enjoyable to get some sunshine. So again, here are the phrases. Everyone needs to get outside to get some sunlight. You need to get some sunshine. You need to get some sun. All of those things refer to going outside and just, feeling the sun on your face. Dark, gloomy, cloudy days do the opposite. They can make people very sad. If we have a lot of cloudy days in a row, I'm not very happy then. Vacation or holidays. So this is another thing that no one's doing right now, but these things make people very, very happy. When you go on vacation, when you go on a holiday, it's a lot of fun. Now, I'm using very North American words to refer to vacation or holiday. If you're learning British English, I think they say to go on holiday. In Canada, we say, I'm going to go on vacation next month. I'm going to take a vacation next summer. I'm going to go on holidays. Or today is a holiday. So there are special days as well where you don't have to work. But certainly going on a vacation, especially if you can visit someplace you have never been before, can be a very enjoyable thing to do. It can be very fun to visit another country or another place in your own country where you've never been. Vacations are certainly super fun and super exciting, and they do make people happy until you realize how much money you spent. Then maybe you're not as happy. But again, I'm going to do a lesson next week on things that make you sad. And one of those things will be obviously when you go on a vacation and spend too much money. That might make you sad. Let me see here. Songs. So this one has a lot of aspects to it. Aspects are different ways something can work. What would be an aspect? Well, let me explain it. A song can make you happy when you hear it. So that's one aspect of how a song can make you happy. A song can make you happy when you sing it. A song can make you happy when you sing it with other people, maybe if you're in a choir. A song can make you happy if you play it. Maybe you know how to play guitar or you know how to play piano. So songs make people happy. There are a lot of different ways that a song can make you happy. Maybe you're one of those people that likes to write music. You like to create songs. So songs certainly can make you happy. I love listening to music. I mentioned that in one of my Wednesday videos. I have a members only video on Wednesdays where I talked about how I love music, but songs can lift your spirits. So that's another way to talk about being happy. If something lifts your spirits, it means it makes you happy. And songs definitely can do that. Happy songs can do that. So for some people, this might be annoying, which is the opposite of making you happy, but certainly birds singing can make you happy. If you live in the city and you go to a park and the park has lots of trees and there's lots of birds in the trees and the birds are singing, it can be a very beautiful thing. It can be a very calm and peaceful thing to experience. And it can certainly be something that makes you happy. When I go outside, I often hear birds chirping. I hear birds singing. And it does make me happy. I'm happy I live in a place where there are lots of birds that sing. And it's just nice to be out in nature. So I see Key Park in the chat using the phrase lift your spirit, which I just used a few minutes ago. So yeah, that's another way to talk about being happy. Something can lift your spirits. So a really good song or hearing birds sing can lift your spirits, which means it's making you happy. So I have puppies and kittens as the next two. So puppies are, of course, baby dogs. We don't call them baby dogs, but a puppy is a very, very young dog. And puppies, especially for dog lovers, make people very, very happy. Okay, puppies are cute. Puppies are playful. Puppies are just naturally full of energy. It's fun to pet puppies. It's fun to play with a puppy. It's fun to watch puppies play with other puppies. But certainly, puppies make people happy. If you don't like puppies, I don't know what to say. Like, I think everyone in the world loves puppies. It doesn't mean you have to own a puppy, but certainly puppies make people happy. Kittens also make people happy. So, of course, a kitten is a baby cat. Kittens are very cute. They're very playful. It's fun to play with baby kittens. They really enjoy playing with people. So overall, though, what I'm saying is that puppies, kittens, almost all pets make their owners happy, okay? So people like me that have a dog, we have a dog named Oscar. He's often in the back of my videos. Lately, he's been running in the back of the videos. But pets make people happy. If you are a pet lover, maybe you're a dog lover or a cat lover, owning a pet can make you very, very happy. Let me see where I am here. A nap. So this is not true for everyone, but for me, one of the things that makes me very, very happy is to have a nap in the afternoon. When I was younger, I did not take a nap, but now I usually take a nap almost every day for about 5 or 10 minutes. It's a short nap. And I usually take a nap on the couch. The way you know that this person is having a nap is because she is on a couch and not in bed. You can take a nap in bed as well, but generally people will just lay down on a couch and have a quick nap. Or like for me, I actually sit on the couch and have a quick nap. So a nap can certainly be something that makes you very, very happy. It makes me happy. Often on Saturdays when I'm doing my live lesson, I'll say, I'm going to have a nap as soon as this is done. And that's one of my favorite parts of the day. Sleeping in. So sleeping in is when you don't get up early in the morning. So maybe you get up at 6 o'clock every morning during the week. But on Saturdays, you sleep in till 7 or 8. Before the live stream, Madi was asking, what time do you normally get up? And I said, I normally get up at 6:30, but lately I've been sleeping a bit longer because I don't have to go to work right now. We're working from home. So I've actually been sleeping in a little bit. Not a lot, but I've been getting up a little later than I normally do. Let's get back to the slides. So I see in the chat someone asking siesta versus nap. So we don't use the word siesta very often in Canada. You might use it in the United States, but they would be the same thing for sure. Hey, I'm just going to make a small switch here. Give me a second. I'm going to turn on members only chat. And if you are a member and you want to ask questions directly in the chat right now, you can. I'm going to continue to answer questions from everyone else. But if you are a member of the channel, first of all, thank you so much for joining the channel. There is a join button below if you're interested in becoming a member. If you do, you get your name in green. You get a little crown during live streams, and you can watch my Wednesdays with Bob video, which is just a little video where I talk about life a little bit. It's kind of a more advanced English lesson. I speak a little faster and I talk about things in my life. So if you're interested in being a member, there's a join button below. And thank you to everyone who is a member. Let's see here. Ricardo says on weekends, sleeping in is a good idea. Yes, I think it is a good idea. I do like sleeping in a little bit. Although at my age, it's actually hard to sleep in. When I was in university, I could sleep in till like 11 a.m. Now I can sleep in till 7 or 7:30, and then I'm wide awake. Corey J says, my pleasure to Lolly Lolly. So there's a nice conversation happening there. Key Park, something calm and peaceful, something crowded and lively can make people happy. The traditional spring festival is coming in a few days. That's a happy thing for me. Festivals and concerts and all of those things that we do with large groups of people definitely can make you happy. I agree, Key Park. I can't wait until everything goes back to normal. Annette says, hi, Bob. We should appreciate more health days after day. Oh, we should appreciate health more day after day because it is the best present we have. And most of the time we forget to think about that. La vie est belle. Yeah, until I feel like in life, until you have a serious health problem, you might not realize how wonderful being healthy is. For me, before I had a heart problem, I never even thought about my health that much. Now I think about my health a lot. There are days when I don't feel like exercising, and I do anyways because it's just good for me. Lolly Lolly says, one of the things that makes me happy is it's a sunny day in winter. Yes, sunny days in the winter can really help. Alexi is here. Hi, Alexi. And Alexi says, each new year makes us older, almost like a birthday. But since it happens to everyone at once, we feel much happier, don't we? Yes. Sometimes there's a phrase in English, misery loves company. And what that means is that if something bad happens to you and the same bad thing happens to everybody else, it kind of makes you smile because you know you're not the only person experiencing that. So Alexi, that's how I would describe that. Evgeny says, good morning, the best teacher. Thank you very much. What's the most happy thing did you get in your childhood? For me, it was my first trip to the sea when I was 5 or 6 years old. Happy times. So what was the thing that made me the most happy? Like getting things made me happy. But the thing I did with my family is we went on a vacation when I was about 10 or 11. And we went to the east coast of Canada. Now, my family, when I was a kid, we did not go on vacations. We actually, as a child, I went on 2 vacations. Just so you know, that's what my childhood was like. We went to my uncle's wedding in Minnesota in the United States, and we went to the East Coast. And both of those trips those are good memories for me. They definitely made me smile. Corey J, being in nature surrounded by trees, plants, animals makes me so happy. I'm definitely not a city girl. Yes, they actually recommend that people get outside a lot. That's something that really helps make people happy. Lolly says, la vie est belle, which in English means life is beautiful. Thanks, Lolly. And I think she's echoing what Corey J said earlier, I think, right? Oh, no, Annette said that. Sorry, Annette, got you confused. Wu says, hi, Bob. I'm happy to see you. Thanks, Wu. The little things around me make me happy. Yes, sometimes the little things are very helpful in making people happy. Ricardo says, hello, Teacher Bob. How are you? I think the best life is the dog life. It has a nap all day. Yes, dogs just sleep and eat. That's their day. Run around outside, eat some food, sleep. Oscar sleeps a lot right now in the winter. Tomoka says, hi, Bob. My one of the happy things is talking about your YouTube lessons with Study Buddy. Thank you so much every day. You are very welcome. I'm glad that that is an enjoyable time for you to learn things from me. But also, I think it's cool that you have a study buddy. So a study buddy is a friend that you study with. That's very, very cool. Let's see. La vie est belle with Vignini makes you appreciate life. Yes, I think that's a really serious movie. I'll have to check that later, Corey J. I think that's what it is. Milwaukee says, hi, Teacher Bob. Just watching cherry blossoms makes me happy, but falling petals makes me somehow sad. Yes, spring is going to come up later in the lesson, but spring is definitely something that makes people happy. And then Bam has a question here. Hi, Teacher Bob. Good evening. What makes you happy? Again, I think I might have answered this already before. Definitely a good night's sleep, a good meal, a good cup of coffee, and spending time with Jen and my kids. Annette. Hello, Bob. I hope you are doing well. Do you prefer to get presents or to give presents? Right now, Annette, I prefer to give presents. I am someone who, when I need something, I buy it. I'm also someone who does not need a lot of things to make me happy. If I have a good book to read and if I have a good snack to eat, I'm pretty happy. So I like buying presents. I think that's more fun. I think it's natural when you're young, you like getting presents more. As you get older, you like giving them more, for sure. Let me get to the next question. And I'm just going to check something for a minute, everybody, just to see where I'm at. Okay, we're good. So SL Lanka says, hi, Bob. I'm curious to know what sort of things that you do to be happy these days. For me, there aren't enough things to do because of the pandemic. So I'm someone who likes to stay busy, but at the same time, there are certain things I do almost every day just to be happy and to relax. I go for a walk, usually 30, 40 minutes, sometimes an hour. I usually read a book at some point during the day. I watch too many YouTube videos during the day, but they make me smile. There are certain YouTubers I like to watch. And then I think I just talk a lot. Sometimes Jen might think I talk too much, but Jen and I talk quite a bit. So it is enjoyable to be able to talk to Jen. So those are the things. I do also play video games in the winter. So I play Super Smash Brothers with my kids sometimes. I haven't actually played since December. And then I play Age of Empires 2. In the winter, I tend to play a few more video games. And then I eat a lot of snacks. Probably too many snacks, for sure. Let's see here. Sio Wu says, thanks, Bob. No problem. Lolly says, I love both to get and give presents. Yes. I do still like getting a good present, but I think it's easier to give presents sometimes because people don't always know what to get me. Evgeny says, watching lessons from Bob makes me happy nowadays. Thank you very much. Norma is here. Hi, Norma. Good to see you. Life is a wonderful thing. As one grows older, one appreciates it more and more. I would agree 100%, Norma. That is definitely how life works. Corey J says, good food and good wine to pamper one's palate. Seems a good plan to me as well. Yes, for sure. I like cheese too, by the way. Really good old cheese is really yummy. Let's see here. Natalia. Is it customary in Canada to pull on the ears of children for their birthday as an element of celebration and joy? No, we don't usually do that. We sing happy birthday. I can't sing it because the song's copyrighted. If I sing it, then the video doesn't get to have ads on it. But anyways, we sing happy birthday. We do not pull on our kids' ears. I do know there are various customs. We used to give kids the bumps where we would like bump them on the floor. I don't know. It's a strange thing. It doesn't happen anymore, but we would see, this is long ago. We used to give kids the bumps. It's probably not a good idea, but you would grab a child by their legs and arms and you would bump them on the floor on their butt. And for some reason that was supposed to be funny. Now it sounds horrible when I talk about it. But anyways, we sing. That's what we do on birthdays. Let's see here. Mawako from Japan. Hi, Mawako again. Do you think every single thing has both sides, happy and sad? I recently think so. COVID-19 made me realize there are a lot of blessing there are a lot of blessings around me, or things that are blessings around me. I think a lot of things have a good and bad side. I think there are some things that just purely make you happy. I'll mention one a little bit later, but I think there are some things like looking at a photo album that can make you happy and sad. Even going to a wedding can make you happy, but you might be sad because you remember grandparents who couldn't come because they have passed away. So certainly there are a lot of things that have both sides. Let's see here. Corey J, it's called being Epicurean in English as well, isn't it? I am not familiar with that word, Corey J, so I would have to look that up. So certainly not a familiar word to me. Madi, sleeping early makes me happy. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see. The next question is not on topic, so I'm going to skip it. I'm going to skip the next one as well. So I only skip questions if they're not on topic. Cho says, Bob, I have a happy day today because I'm on time to watch your video. Thanks so much. You're a great teacher. You are very, very welcome. Hey, give me a sec here. I'm going to turn off the member-only chat. This takes a second. I think it's done now. So I do want to end this section by saying thank you to those of you who are members. We're going to continue with the lesson now. Thank you for clicking that join button and supporting my channel. You guys are awesome. So buying something new can make you very happy, okay? I don't think it's the best way to be happy. I think there should be other things in life that give you joy. There should be a lot of other things in life that make you happy. If the only thing that makes you happy is buying new things, that's probably not good. But I will say this, when I get a new phone or when I buy a new car, I usually buy used cars, by the way, so new to me, that does make you happy, okay? Right now we're waiting for Jen bought a new phone and it's going to arrive in a couple of days. That is something that can make you happy. Sometimes when you go out and buy new clothes, it can make you happy. So again, when you buy things, they can make you happy. But if the only thing that makes you happy is buying things, you should really look for some other things that will also make you happy. Hopefully that made some sense to you. Fresh baked cookies. Now you can remove the word cookie and you can insert whatever you want there. But when you bake something in your oven, especially if it's something sweet like a cookie or other treat, that is something that definitely makes me happy. When I am working and one of my kids decides to make cookies and I can smell the cookies baking in the oven, that makes me happy. Maybe you like fresh baked pie. Maybe you like fresh baked bread. When you say fresh baked, it means that you can smell it cooking or you can smell it baking and you're going to eat it when it's still a little bit warm. So that's certainly something that makes me happy. Anything fresh baked makes me happy. I mentioned this before, coffee or tea. So a lot of us have different drinks that make us happy. In Canada, a lot of people drink hot chocolate in the winter because it's very cold outside and a hot drink can make you very happy. I'm happy when I have my coffee in the morning. Some people like to have a nice cup of tea in the morning or in the afternoon. But certainly having something hot to drink can make you happy. Now, of course, there's other drinks as well. In the chat, someone mentioned it's nice to have a good glass of wine. Some of you might like drinking beer. There might be other things that you just enjoy sitting and drinking. One of the things about coffee, tea, wine, and all other drinks is sometimes it's also a social time. It's nice when we visit Jen's parents because in the afternoon they have tea at 4 o'clock. So I enjoy having a cup of tea and that makes me happy, but I also enjoy visiting with them. I enjoy sitting and talking to them. So certainly as human beings, we certainly like to drink different things and they definitely make us happy. Spring. So I really like fall. I really like winter. Spring is okay and summer's too hot for me sometimes, but spring in general makes most people happy. If you live in a country that has winter, spring might even make you more happy. Spring is just a beautiful time when birds start to sing, flowers start to grow, there's buds and blossoms on the tree. So the bud is what's on the tree before it opens, and when it opens, it's a small flower that we call a blossom. But spring definitely makes people happy. It's been proven that helping others can make you happy. One of the things that's guaranteed to make somebody happy is if they help other people. So volunteering somewhere can make you happy. When you volunteer, it means you help somewhere and you don't get paid for it. So maybe you help in your city, maybe there are homeless people, and you help somewhere where you help feed homeless people. Maybe there is at the library, you can volunteer to teach people how to use a computer. Helping others can certainly make you happy. It's been proven that if you help someone else, you will feel better about yourself and you will be happy. So I would agree with this. I actually, I'm quite happy making lessons for all of you. It really makes me happy to help you. It's kind of hard to explain, but it makes me happy, especially when I know that you enjoyed it. That's kind of nice too, when you guys let me know. Jokes. So I'm not sure you'll get this joke, but jokes are little funny things you tell people to make them laugh. This joke says, "What's the best thing about Switzerland?" And then the punchline of the joke is, "I don't know, but the flag is a big plus." So in English, when you say something is a big plus, it means it's really cool, or it's a bonus, or it's something extra. So the joke here is that the flag of Switzerland is literally a plus sign. And so the punchline kind of has two meanings. So, but jokes, when you tell a joke because you want people to laugh. Usually when you tell a joke, the last sentence of the joke is the part that's funny, and we usually call it the punchline. I told a really lame joke in my short lesson this morning, I think. I'll tell it again now. A man went to a store to buy some bees, and he asked for 12 bees, and the store owner gave him 13 bees for the price of 12. And he said, "Whoa, you gave me one extra bee. I need to pay for it." And the store owner said, "Don't worry about it. It's a freebie." So the word freebie is something that we use when something is free, like you get something for free, it's a freebie. So it's kind of a word in the joke that has two meanings. I don't want to explain it too much. When you explain jokes, sometimes makes them less funny, but jokes definitely make people happy. Exercise. So this is the one thing that sometimes you don't want to do, but when you've done it and when you've finished exercising, you're usually happy. Something happens to your body physically when you exercise. Your heart rate goes higher. You have better blood flow in your body. You breathe deeply. And exercise is something that, again, has been proven usually makes people happier. So if you are not someone who exercises, I highly recommend it. It's really, really good for you, and it definitely helps to make you happy. So this one makes me happy. When a house is clean, that can make people happy, okay? I certainly feel this. When I clean my office, when we clean our house on Saturdays, when we're done cleaning our house, it's a very nice feeling. When everything's back in its place, when everything has been washed and cleaned, when all of the garbage is taken out, when everything is just neat and tidy. A clean house is, I always say a clean house is a happy house. Now, I did mention that I am a bit of a messy person, but certainly once our house is clean, I am a lot happier. Meditation. So meditation is something that not everyone does. Many of you have told me that I should practice meditation, that I should meditate once a day. When you meditate, you sit quietly, maybe with your eyes closed, in a very peaceful place, and you just try to clear your mind. You just try to think about nothing. I am not an expert in meditation, but I know that many of you over the last 4 years in the comments have said, "Bob, you should try meditation. It's very relaxing and it will make you a happier person. So I still haven't done that, but I think when I'm on my walk, I think I'm practicing some of the same techniques, because when I'm on my walk, it's just a peaceful, relaxing time. SEO Wu in the chat says, yes, cleaning my room is a very nice feeling. I totally agree. Clean house is a happy house, says Key Park. Yes, definitely. Smiles. When someone smiles, it can sometimes make you smile. When you are around happy people, it can make you happy. When you're around grouchy people, it can make you sad. But certainly when you see someone smile, it can make you smile. It's like a natural reaction. So smiles and laughter. So when you are with friends or family, there are usually a lot of smiles and a lot of laughter if everyone is in a good mood. And certainly when you see someone smile or when you hear someone laugh, it can totally make you happy as well. Jen asked me to add this one, and I agree with her. For some people, chocolate can make you happy. Again, earlier I said if buying things is the only thing that makes you happy, you should find other things to make you happy as well. If eating chocolate is the only thing that makes you happy, you should definitely find some other things that make you happy as well. But as we mentioned when we were talking about drinks, good food can make you very happy. So I mentioned fresh baked cookies, but also chocolate can make you happy. Chocolate is the one food that definitely makes me happy. Having a little square of chocolate, eating a little square of chocolate does make me happy. It's yummy. It's tasty. I would love to travel the world someday and just try chocolate in all the different countries that I visit. The sound of water. So the sound of water can make you happy. There is something relaxing and calming about water. So maybe it's a waterfall, like in this picture. Maybe it's the sound of waves at the ocean. Maybe you're sitting beside a small river or a small stream, and you can hear the water flowing in the stream. But the sound of water can make people happy. Maybe you have outside your house a fountain. Maybe when you go to the city square in your city, there's a water fountain where you can hear water. Maybe you have an aquarium with fish in it and there's bubbles coming out. All the different things that we have where you can hear different sounds of water can certainly make people happy. Getting off work early. So I think this is a universal truth. I think when you are told you can go home early from work, that can make you happy, especially if they're still paying you for the whole day. So let's say you are normally done work at 5, and at 4:30 your boss says, you know what, we're done for the day. You can go home early. And if you know you're still getting paid till 5, that's even a better thing. But certainly getting off work early can make people happy. I'm not sure if this guy is getting off work early, but he looked happy to me. So I thought he looks like he's getting off work early. So again, getting off work early is when you are allowed to go home earlier than normal from your job. Finding money, especially if you find money in your pocket of, like maybe you put a jacket on and you reach in the pocket and all of a sudden you find some money. Finding money on the ground isn't as exciting because it's somebody else's money. So I think what I mean is when you find money that was already your own money, but you lost. Maybe you're cleaning your room and then behind your dresser, you find a $20 bill that fell on the ground. Maybe winter is starting and you put your winter coat on for the first time and you find a $10 bill in the pocket. Certainly when you find money in a pocket that you didn't know was there would be really cool. I want to go back to the sound of water because I see SEO Wu mentioning the sound of rain makes her happy. So yes, there are certainly a lot of different water sounds that we find very pleasing. But yes, finding money definitely can make you happy. So this is something that makes me happy. I don't live in the city, but I have lived in the city. And I always loved the sound of rain at night in the summer in the city, or just being out in the rain at night in the summer in the city. For those of you that live in cities, a warm rain or even a cooling rain on a hot day at night in the summer in the city, just something I really love. When I lived in the United States for a little bit, and I lived in Quebec City for a little bit, I always enjoyed rain at night in the summer in the city. Because it's just warm, right? Like you can be outside and you can just enjoy the rain, and it's a lot of fun. And then here's the last one, clean laundry. So sometimes you wear your clothes and then you don't have a lot of clean clothes because all your clothes are dirty, and then you do your laundry and then you have all clean clothes for the next week. I like it when we have clean clothes. I like it especially when we wash, having a clean pillowcase, having clean sheets and blankets on your bed. Having clean laundry is similar to having a clean house. It's a very nice and enjoyable feeling to have, for sure. So that's the last one. Clean laundry is something that definitely makes me happy. So I'm going to jump back to the questions. I'm going to just see how many I have here and then spend a bit of time going through them. I think I can finish off the questions. Let me get to that. That was the last slide of the lesson, though, for those of you who come. But let me get to the questions. Putri, how to be more happy when we're not? Thanks for your answer. So this is a difficult one because there's no simple answer. I can't say, go for a walk. It'll make you happy. Get some sunshine. It'll make you happy. Read a good book. It'll make you happy. Because it sounds like, that sounds really simple. I think to be happy, sometimes you just have to figure out what's making you sad or what's making you not happy. And you might have to make some changes in your life. But certainly if you are very, very much not happy, I would talk to someone, talk to a friend or a family member or even a professional, just to see if there's something you can do to be more happy. If it's something very simple, I would just say again, eat healthy, get outside every day, exercise, and then find a few things to do that you know make you happy. Maybe think back to when you were a child or a teenager and start doing some of those things again. Let's see here. Hung says, hi, Teacher Bob. How are you doing? I'm doing well. Money, health, and family. If you can choose just only one thing to make you happy, what thing would you like to choose? Thank you. Well, I would choose family. It's hard though, because health and family kind of go together. I want to be healthy so I can be around my family, but I wouldn't choose my own health instead of having a nice relationship with my family. So to me, it would be family. Money is the least important thing to me. I don't say that lightly though. It is nice to have a good job so that you can have a nicer life. But certainly family for me would be number one. Health is number two. Money is number three. That's how I would, great question. Mariana, hi teacher. What kind of food makes you happy? Almost any food. Pizza, chocolate. Actually, we're having pizza for supper tonight. We're having homemade pizza. So that makes me happy. Chocolate. And I do like chocolate chip cookies, Mariana, for sure. Those are things that definitely make me happy. Let's see here. Hi, Bob. It makes me happy seeing you happy. You're so nice and sweet. You deserve very good things. Have a great day. Well, thanks, Halal. I'm glad that my happiness comes through. When something comes through, it means you can see it. I'm going to skip the next one from Mohammed. So Mohammed had a surgery. And I just hope everything's healing well, Mohammed. I hope that everything's going well. Next question. I'm just skipping questions that aren't related to the topic. Okay, people. Nagan says, do you think that other things around affect the quality of happiness, and what are those? So it's usually people. Let's say I really enjoy exercising, but a family member wants to exercise with me, but they like to complain about life while we're exercising. that would kind of ruin the exercise for me. I wouldn't enjoy the exercise as much. So I think it's really almost always about people. People can take something that's normally a happy thing for you and make it not happy just by their attitude. Let's see here. Jake says, "You are so handsome, teacher." Thank you. I have some questions. When are you the most happy? Okay, so I just fixed it a bit. And what was your best birthday present? So I am the most happy when I have a good night's sleep, when everyone in my house is happy, again, related to other things, right? Like if everyone's happy, I'm happy. If I'm happy, everyone else is happy. It kind of goes both ways. And I think I'm just the most happy when, when I'm just doing the things I like to do. Like I'm happy when I'm making a video. I'm happy when I'm talking to Jen. I'm happy when I'm eating chocolate. Yes, I think that. And then my best birthday present, I loved Lego. Anytime I got Lego as a birthday present. So Lego, those are little bricks that click together and you can build things. I loved Lego. That was always, anytime I received Lego as a birthday present, that was a good thing for me. That's it. We are done. That's the end of the lesson, everyone. We're almost right on time. I do want to stop and say thank you to the 587 people watching. You guys are awesome. I hope you enjoyed this lesson a lot. I do want to thank Todd and Dave for moderating the chat. And do remember that this lesson will come out again, a shorter version of it that you can listen to or watch again to help reinforce what you've learned. I remove all the user questions, so it's just a pure lesson. Also remember, there is a live lesson tomorrow at 11 a.m. So please come for that. And I'm going to put a link in the chat to my most recent video. Please take a moment to go and watch it. I acted out over 60 action verbs, and the video, people really liked it. So it was kind of cool to get a lot of positive feedback. I think you might like it too. So if you look, Nightbot just said, learn over 60 action verbs, click here. If you have some time after this lesson, head over and watch that. Who else do I usually thank? I usually thank Rod, the Brazilian English teacher, was here. Thanks, Rod, for hanging out. Brent from Learn American English with This Guy was here. Thanks, Brent, for hanging out. Thanks to all my members for supporting me. You guys are awesome. And thanks to everybody who's here. If you're new, please click that subscribe button so that you get notifications when I do a new English lesson. But other than that, have a great Friday. I know some of you are already done work. I still have to go to work. Well, I work from home, but I still have to work. But anyways, this was a lot of fun. I hope to see some of you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for a question and answer lesson. Bye, everybody. Have a good day.